Good morning. Oh, we can do better than that. Good morning. Much better. Please join me in welcoming C-Sharps.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air like I don't care, maybe by the way. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do.
Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, bring me down. That's too high. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do. Bring me down, can't nothing. Bring me down, the level's too high. Bring me down, can't nothing. Bring me down, I said. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Yeah, yeah. Clap along if you feel like that's what you wanna do.
One more hand for C-Sharps. Okay, hopefully that got you in the mood. Good morning. My name is John Drew, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at UMass Boston. I hope you enjoyed that performance and it gives you some energy for the rest of the day. I am honored to be sharing this special day with a record number of students, parents, guests, faculty, staff, and administration. Today's program is an important milestone. Our admissions counselors spent many long months, and it was a long winter, reading your essays, calculating the GPAs, learning more about the students in their high school counselor recommendations and teacher recommendations, and finding out what you're really all about, all in an opportunity to accept you for the class of 2018. After reviewing over 10,000 applications, hailing from 47 states, find me this afternoon, I'll let you know which 3 didn't make it, and 107 different countries, we have come to this moment when the pendulum swings and it's your turn to evaluate us. After you spend the morning learning more about the academic program or college that you've been accepted to, I invite you to spread across campus and gather some more information. We want you to get a taste for the rich experiences available to you at UMass Boston. So stop by the second floor of the campus center and learn more about our new honors college, or stop by the study abroad office and learn more about the over 750 different study abroad opportunities available to you. It's a great chance to expand your mind, travel somewhere you've never been, and add to your academic program. I also encourage you to stop by the One Stop and gather more information about financial aid and learn what a tremendous value UMass Boston is. But don't just take it from me. To truly understand what it means to be part of our community, you need to hear from our students. And so please join me in welcoming Renata Goncalves, a junior at UMass Boston.
Good morning, accepted students, friends, and family, and welcome to UMass Boston. My name is Renata Goncalves. I am a junior majoring in international management and a member of the Honors College. 3 years ago, I was in the same position you are all in today, trying to decide what college to go to for the next 4 years, and I know it's a difficult decision to make. But after visiting multiple universities, you will decide what is the right fit for you. So I'm here today to tell you about my experience as a UMass Boston student, and hopefully after all the presentations you've seen here today, you will take one step further in finalizing your decision. In 1997, my parents decided to move to the United States from Brazil in pursuit of better opportunities, job-wise for them and education-wise for me. I didn't have a choice whether or not to come here because I was only 4 years old, and the hardest decision I was making in my life at that point was which grandmother I was going to let spoil me. However, 14 years later, as a senior at Somerville High School, I did have the choice to choose what college to attend. Given that opportunity, I chose UMass Boston. I selected UMass Boston for a number of reasons. One was class size. Our average class size is 28 students. That means our instructors give you more personal attention. I love this about UMass because building relationships and establishing connections are essential for personal and professional growth. Since the Honors College offers a small class sizes to foster individual attention, I asked my professor, who also happens to be the dean of the Honors College, to write me a recommendation for a scholarship I was applying for. And I believe that that recommendation got me the scholarship, which paid for half of this semester's tuition. Another reason I chose UMass Boston was for their strong career services. As you conduct your college search, ask yourself what the school offers in terms of career services. Does the school help you apply for jobs and internships? Does the college bring you job fairs to campus? UMass Boston offers all of this here. Another reason why I chose UMass was for its diversity. My high school was very diverse, and I like diverse environments because I feel more at home. And this could be very beneficial to your college experience. And lastly, tuition rate. I didn't want to leave college with tremendous amount of debt, and thanks to the relative affordability of UMass, I won't. For the past 3 years, I have participated in many programs, including the College of Management Lead Program, which helps students make new friends, meet faculty, and connect to the university. I am still really close friends with the students I met my freshman year, one including my friend Paola, who is here today supporting me. And something else I joined was the Freshman Leadership Institute, which is a program that provides opportunities for freshmen to connect with other students who are interested in leadership building. And finally, the Honors College, which helps foster educational opportunities. As I entered into the College of Management, I began taking my core classes and general electives, which ranged from drawing to biological anthropology. As part of the Honors College curriculum, I have taken interdisciplinary courses that have altered and challenged my way of thinking. However, two courses that have greatly impacted me that I'll always remember are my finance and animal rights courses. The skills and insights I acquired from these classes will be applied to the rest of my life. Along with UMass Boston's small class structure, highly knowledgeable professors, and challenging courses, the university also offers fun and exciting opportunities outside the classroom. During my winter break of 2013, I traveled to Puerto Rico with about a dozen open-minded students and 2 awesome group leaders as part of UMass Boston's Beacon Voyages Alternative Spring Break program. For 1 week, we worked with Plenitude, a nonprofit organization that supports individuals and communities on sustainable development. After digging, planting new trees, and building steps out of rubber tires during the blazing hot sun, we all bonded. Doing something like this is a great chance to meet new people and create lasting friendships. The knowledge and skills I've acquired at UMass Boston have helped me obtain 2 internships thus far. My first internship was for an agriculture company located in my rural hometown of Unai, Minas Gerais, Brazil. Is anyone here from Brazil? Anyone from Unai? Really? My mom is, but she doesn't really count. It's a small town. There I shadowed the company's CEO, and I had the opportunity to learn how business transactions are done in Brazil. I also worked with bank transactions, employee payments, and applied my knowledge of Excel into creating more organized documents for the company. I gained self-confidence and created connections to my professional network. So I went from being in the farm fields in Brazil to an office in downtown Boston, where I currently hold my second internship. I interned for First Literacy, a nonprofit organization that provides educational opportunities to scholars and adults and children. I work with the program director and their staff members doing office work, which incorporates what I learned in the classroom. When asked whether or not UMass Boston has lived up to my expectations, my answer is yes. Today, I am more knowledgeable and self-confident than I was 3 years ago. Today, I can walk to a job interview feeling prepared, and I can make better life decisions. I have dealt with many challenges these past few years, both personally and educationally, but I learned to take those events and turn them into learning experiences, so that when I graduate next year, I will not only leave with an excellent education to take into the real world, but I will also be mentally and emotionally prepared. J. Keith Motley is the 8th chancellor of our university. Under his leadership, student enrollment at the university has grown by nearly 20% in 5 years. Faculty Research Awards have increased 28% in 3 years, and the campus itself is transforming, with 3 new buildings under construction. Dr. Motley's vision extends the university's values of access and service to a future where these values can reach even more students. Before becoming chancellor in 2007, Dr. Motley served as vice president for business, marketing, and public affairs at the UMass President's Office, an intern chancellor and vice chancellor for students affairs at UMass Boston. He has more than 20 years of experience with higher education administration, including 10 years as dean of student services at Northeastern University. Please welcome Chancellor Motley.
Good morning, everybody. I am just so excited to see you, but listen, we ran into each other hanging out the other day. She caught me. It was such a beautiful day out here on this ocean front, and I was just minding my business, hanging out, and this beautiful young lady came up to me, and she said, guess what? Saturday, I'm going to upstage you at our welcome day. And I said, listen, that's why we selected you. Your experience from Brazil to here, being able to do that in front of all these wonderful people is amazing. Give her a round of applause. Oh, that is cool. Renata, that was cool, but you brought your mom. Mom is sitting over there all proud, and then she brought her best friend and hanging buddy, somebody who goes everywhere with her. It's amazing because I just met a middle school student out in the hallway, And she told me her best friend, she just moved back here. And she told me her best friend and they go hang out everywhere. In fact, yesterday she was roller skating and her best friend was hanging from trees. Does your best friend hang from trees? All the time, see? Great best friends. But good morning and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So before we start, let's start by thanking all those wonderful people over there who are going to be working with you today. Thank them. Thank the people that are going to serve our food today, all that. Thank you all for getting up on a Saturday morning, being here. I'm so grateful to you. All of us are grateful to you. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to say welcome. Welcome to the families. Thank you for getting up on a Saturday morning and coming to hang out with us. We're so excited about having you here on this campus. I hope you know that you are the reason the sun is shining today. It's been kind of cloudy out here, but it's a beautiful day every day at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. But today, it's especially beautiful because all of you are here. To the prospective students that are here today, welcome to your first day at a university. We're so grateful. We are so grateful to have you here. You're here because you've been accepted to the University of Massachusetts, Boston. And if you don't know, that's a big deal. Being accepted to the University of Massachusetts is a big deal. Being accepted to the University of Massachusetts, Boston is a great big deal. And we're so happy that you are here. We're happy because we already know what you think we already know about you. That you're brilliant, that you're capable, that you understand that this is about preparation now for a lifetime of contribution, that you're going to learn what you learn, you're going to take it, you're going to give it back to your community in some way, and you're going to give it back to human beings so that all of what we're doing and all that what you're going to do together is going to make a tremendous difference for this society. So we're grateful for you. So represented in these letters of acceptance are the hard work and the sacrifice that each of you has made for access to the opportunities provided by this thing called higher education. You've done the heavy lifting already that you needed to do to get into college. Some of you have applied to 1 million places with all these different ways that you can do it. That's cool. When we were coming up, we didn't have typewriters to do that, or something to help us just delete, etc. And so I'm so grateful that you had one of those institutions in mind, and that institution was the University of Massachusetts, Boston. So we're looking forward to you as you make your decision, being here in September. For us, this is a great moment, but for you, it's an unbelievable moment. Let's give all of our prospective students a round of applause. Stand up so I can see you. If you're a prospective student, stand up so I can see you. Yes. Look at you. Oh, get up. Get up. Get up. Thank you. Family members, parents, guardians, friends, mentors, grandmas, grandpas, thank you. Loved ones, thank you for being here today. You have the right to feel proud of your college student today. And I want you to feel proud of yourselves too, for all you've done. You've been pushing, you've been encouraging, you've been cheerleading, you've been backseat driving, you've been ready to put your foot, You've been setting an unbelievable example. You've been teachers and coaches and drill sergeants. You've worked and you've worked and you've worked and you've worked and you sacrificed and you've said it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, I know. I got to give you a hand for all that you've done to help your sons and your daughters and your nieces and your nephews and your grandchildren and your friends get here. Let's give them a round of applause. So you say, oh, Chancellor, we've heard that before. We've heard about a chancellor stand on the stage and talk about the drama. He doesn't understand our pain. Well, I have a young lady sitting in the front row. She's a college senior. A high school senior. Thinking she's in college already. And she's got lots of decisions to make. So a couple years ago, she goes with me to a conference of presidents in Seattle, Washington. 450 people decided that they're going to make it their life's work to make sure she comes to their campus. So you think you're up against something. I'm up against the same challenges that you guys are up against in terms of trying to make a decision with a young person that's going to impact the rest of their lives. I am so grateful to be part of you. But also I'm grateful to have a solution for you. A solution called the University of Massachusetts Boston. It's an unbelievable option. And today we're going to give you an opportunity, not just through the lens of a chancellor, but through the lens of the people that matter. See, chancellors will send you to the 13th floor of the library, and there's only 11 floors. But people who work here in the trenches every day of this institution not only give their souls and their hearts to this place, they also understand the dynamics of this place. And when they're talking to you, in particular our students, listen to them. Grab one. Don't just grab the one who's with you. If you happen to see somebody, ask them the question. Talk to someone who's had the experience of being here. This is not some artificial opportunity to just dress up this campus. Construction's going to go on whether you're here or not. So we didn't decide today to make parking easier for you, to let the dust not get on your shoes. We wanted you to feel what it's like to experience an institution in transformation. This place is on the move. It's on the move so much so that we could not put you all in the same room. I had to bring you to the convocation center. We used to do this in the ballroom for transfer students and for first-time freshmen. There aren't transfers in this room today. If they're here because they're excited and they wanted to be here. These are people who are choosing to be here for the first time. So it's an amazing transformation for all of us, something that we're all getting used to, and we're all amazed by, but we're all grateful for. It's something that we never take for granted. We don't take you for granted. We hope higher education becomes a part of your life. And as chancellor, I hope that it happens somewhere in one of our great institutions in this greatest city in the world to study, the city of Boston, or this Commonwealth. But more importantly, as chancellor, I hope that it happens right here at the University of Massachusetts Boston, because I can stand here and say to you that if you do say yes to us, that there are talented students, faculty, staff, at all levels of this university that will work together with you to help you navigate your way through this unbelievable place. So I stand here as the father of Kayla and as the uncle of many in this audience, as the friend, as the mentee of some, as the mentor of others who sit here with their children, as a new person in many of your lives, saying to you that I'm so proud and I'm so honored that you took time out of your day today to sort of come and check us out. So congratulations. Today is learning as much as you can about this university. Do not slip on this opportunity. Yes, you can come back on another day and just show up. It's a public university, so it's yours. You can walk in anytime you want. But today, all hands are on deck. Everyone is here. They're not, because we're busy. When you come here, if you find me in my office, something's wrong. Because that means I'm not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. Because there's lots of opportunity to engage and serve. And so, today we've slowed that down a little bit for you. There's no such thing as a question that's not so smart. You don't have to whisper it in a corner. But if you choose to whisper it in a corner, that's okay. Talk to somebody. Don't walk away from here with unanswered questions. Because if you do, then I'm going to have to track you down to give you the answer. And I will. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock a.m., I'm your alarm clock, with some answers from yesterday. Oh, by the way, I thought you might want to know this about the University of Massachusetts, Boston. Discover our academic culture. Discover our opportunities for internships. Discover our class scheduling. Learn about parking, housing, clubs, and organizations. And all the details that go into making life for yourself as a college student and as a college family. See, we don't kick you out just because they decided to come in. And you shouldn't do it either. With all the different things that are happening in life that connect us in this so-called communication trail. I hope that you learn about us today, and what you learn will sort of help you make a decision about this great university. And it helps you say yes. I hope that you're succeeding in making, and that we're going to succeed and make you feel welcome today to this great university. And I hope that I will see every single one of you as you go around this campus, and that I will see you in the fall, because I would be honored to serve as your chancellor. Get to yes. Work on yes. You're going to have to work on yes somewhere. And even if you do not decide to be here today, there's always the next opportunity to learn. Because learning is a lifetime experience. Our students go from 14 to 100. We had a centurion on this campus the other day celebrating his lecture series. Flew in from San Francisco. Looks like he's 40. Unbelievable. That's what the University of Massachusetts Boston education will do for you. It keeps you young. And so, remember, YOLO. SMH. IDK. LOL. I'm trying to communicate to these youngsters on some level. I don't understand it either. I write my stuff out. My kids tell me I'm too long in my text. But I'm going to even text you to tell you that I know this is a good decision for you. Okay? So get those questions answered. For better or for worse, I've never heard anyone accepting a spot at this university because this chancellor was so awesome. Now, there's always a first time. But they accept a slot because they've engaged with someone. I just had lunch with some students the other day, and I asked them, tell me about someone in your life who's made a difference here on this campus. And they couldn't tell me one person. They had multiple people. I said, but get it down to one. Some of them protested. You know, that's what they do on campuses. And I laughed because I remember the first person who was a president that I worked for as a student who told me that one day I would take his place. He wished that I would have protests all the time because he said that's all I did in college. But the reality is that those students understood what I'm telling you. Get to know these individuals. They'll be the ones that you check in with, and I'm so grateful for their time and enthusiasm this Saturday morning and every day. So before I turn things over to them, let me tell you in general terms what's in store for you when you choose to accept our invitation to study with us here at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. First on the list is access. You heard about access. Not only access to an affordable world-class education, where 1/6 of the cost for this excellence that it costs to go anywhere else to study, but access to the city that we're in. I had to learn I'm not a Bostonian. I fought that for the longest time. There are going to be people in that corner that pass out when they hear me say this. But Boston is a great city. they're over there, they're ready to pass out. Because, you know, as a Pittsburgher, I think Pittsburgh's a great city. But Boston is where I shaped myself. There's no greater place to learn. Hundreds of thousands of people doing what you want to do during this period in your life. Learn, be engaged, serve, and then learn some more. That's what they're doing. Downtown Boston and all its resources, cultural, educational, social, are just a quick subway ride away from here. And now, I heard the subway is even open until 3 o'clock in the morning, on the weekends. I also want to put a little caveat in. If you out at 3 in the morning in the weekend, be careful. We're part of a diverse and growing community, which has proven to be a source of tremendous inspiration and energy in terms of real-world partnerships. You heard Renata talking about going from the farm to working in an office. Not just grabbing papers and running around, real life, practical kinds of experience that connect to the theoretical frameworks that this great, talented faculty are going to give you so that you know how to apply those things in life. You test them now. Trial and error is sanctioned when you are a student. We should sanction it more, even in the different passages of life. But it's sanctioned, so learn as much as you can. Test it. Our location, our connections mean we have business majors interning at high-profile startups downtown, environmental science students studying wildlife in the New England Aquarium, English majors studying rare manuscripts at the Boston Public Library, nursing students doing clinicals at the best hospitals in the country. The city of Boston and its neighborhoods provide our students with thousands of opportunities for learning, for growth, for hands-on experience. And of course, even though we're technically in the city, you can still eat your lunch out here on the open ocean front. There's nothing like it. I spent most of my academic life inside the city. I had no idea how beautiful it was over here until I came over here on the train for an interview. And I haven't gone back yet. It is beautiful. You could take a harbor cruise every Monday when the weather's right, out to one of the islands. You can explore the John F. Kennedy Library, the only campus in the country or in New England, let me not hype it up that much, with its own presidential library. I was losing it for a minute. The Edward M. Kennedy Institute on its way. This is a beautiful campus, but it's going to get more and more beautiful during your tenure here as students and as a family. When you join us, when you come in September, that big 220,000 square foot integrated science building will be open. In less than a year, it will be ready for all kinds of use with more than 220,000 square feet. Also, our academic building is going to be open. That's the other giant structure you see around the corner. Art, research, teaching, and training facilities, wet and dry tables and labs, outdoor laboratories right here for you to study. You may have noticed other kinds of structures happening here. This university is in transformation. Building is happening everywhere, and we're so excited about that. That brings me to the third point. You heard Renata talk about the small field, even though we're a very large place. She talked in terms of 20 to 1 in the classroom. That's an amazing thing for a large university. These faculty members include Guggenheim and Fulbright leaders. It also has Fulbrights and Pulitzer Prize winners as part of it. And none of them are too busy to walk, to talk, to meet with you. We have more than 80 undergraduate academic programs to choose from, meaning you have flexibility in your scheduling. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. Life allows you those kinds of journeys if you use it right. Don't be so stuck that you don't understand the notion of interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary, where you can have some kind of interest here that connects with so many other interests. So when you come here, know you have that flexibility. Also, if you want to stick around for graduate school, there are over 110 master's and doctoral programs here at the university. You can become part of our honors program like Renata, our honors college like Renata. You can also have interesting opportunities to go all over the world. Go to Brazil, go to Puerto Rico, go to other parts of the world to make a difference. You can be part of some of our learning communities and success communities in our colleges, as Renata did. You can also access a lot of help to pay for this university. So when you're here today, I don't want to hear this thing that, oh, Chancellor, I couldn't find anyone to talk to about helping me go to college financially. $141 million we invest in you to come here, whether it's Chancellor scholarships, whether there are other merit scholarships, whether there's just an opportunity for you to be supported while you're here. So please feel free to make sure that you do that. I think that you'll notice, just by looking around, one of the greatest things that we have going for this institution is its diversity. If you could see yourselves as I look out among you, it is a beautiful sight. This is the world. While we are the University of Massachusetts, Boston, we understand our responsibilities to our neighborhoods in this great city. But we also understand our relationship and responsibility to this Commonwealth, to this nation, and to the world. And so enjoy yourselves today. Go out from here. Make sure that you don't leave any questions unanswered. Know that we accepted you because we want you. It was not a gift. You deserve it. And then when we get together, let's work together to make a difference. Not only for, and not only one that will make this university proud, one that will make generations of your family proud, this Commonwealth, your neighborhood, and make a tremendous difference in this world. I am so honored. I'm so excited. Thank you for getting up this morning and being with us today. I am looking forward to meeting you personally, and as we move forward together, I'm looking forward to serving you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
set us all free.
Good morning, class of 2018. It is with great honor and privilege that I welcome you to the University of Massachusetts, Boston. My name is Jared. Woo! I love it. You guys are so excited. This is great. My name is Jared Ward. I'm a senior graduating in May. My majors are psychology, sociology, and communication.
My name is Karian Diaz. I am a sociology major minoring in business management.
We are so excited that you guys have joined us today for this glorious welcome day. We're even more excited to inform you about the next step in your process to becoming a UMass Boston student, Beacon Beginnings Orientation.
Today, we will be using a texting poll to get to know a little bit more about you and the class of 2018 before you join us on campus this summer.
All right, so the way that this poll is going to work, for those of you who haven't used one before, we'll provide you with a number to text. I'll give you that in just a moment, but you may want to take your phones out so you're ready. Every time a question appears on this screen, it will have a set of multiple choice answers. Those multiple choice answers will have a corresponding code. Once you've decided what your answer is to the question we're asking, you'll text the code to the number. So are you guys ready? All right. I said, are you guys ready? Yeah. Here we go. The number you guys need to text is 1-747-444-3548.
All right, so let's make sure this thing is working, and let's start with a silly question. How many of you guys like grilled cheese?
Woo!
If your answer is yes, you're going to text yummy 1, and if your answer is no, you're going to text yuck 1. And again, that number is 1-747-444-3548, and it is also on the screen. Looks like grilled cheese is really popular, Jared.
I know. Well, let me tell you guys, if you're interested in grilled cheese, there's a really great spot to pick up a ton of different types of grilled cheese over at Sullivan's at Castle Island. Look at this, still pulling in. I think that It's Awesome has blown yuck out of the water. So let's move on to some real questions, get to know you guys a little bit better. The first question we want to ask you today is, what are you most excited about during your first college experience? Is it internships, research with faculty members, study abroad, or leadership and involvement? Again, the number on the screen is 1-747-444-3548. We got a lot of travelers in here. Get some passports stamped. Oh, uh-oh.
People are excited to get onto the real world and get those internships, Jared.
Uh-oh. Chancellor's getting excited over here. What are we doing? Okay. I'm going to say that internships has definitely won this. There's a lot to get involved with here on campus. I think these 4 options barely scratch the surface of what you can get involved with at the university. Whether it's groundbreaking research in the integrated science complex opening next year, landing an internship that seems like most of you want to do, to expand on your in-class education outside in the field, or studying abroad in a new place, or my personal favorite, kayaking in the Boston Harbor. There's definitely a lot for you guys to take part in here at the university.
All right, and our final question is, what were you most involved in during high school? If your answer is sports, you're going to text sports 1. If it's arts, music, or theater, you're going to text arts 1, excuse me. And if it's student government, student council, StuGov 1, clubs or other organizations, clubs 1.
It's a lot of athletes in the room, Chancellor Motley.
We got some athletes, that's right. All right, Jared, I think we can definitely say most of you guys were involved in sports during high school. That's awesome. UMass Boston has amazing selection of intramural sports, as well as student government and tons of other clubs and organizations that you can get involved with. So there is surely something that's going to spark your interest.
I definitely think it's important for you guys to take part in everything that we have to offer here on campus. So keep that in mind when you venture to the resource fair. Carrie Ann will tell you a little bit more about that.
That's right. We've got the resource fair going on today, and we really encourage you guys to check it out to learn more about all of our amazing clubs here on campus. So once again, we just want to thank you guys so much for participating, and to remind you, your next step is to sign up for your Beacon Beginnings orientation, as well as paying your new student deposit with the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. And you can do that today on the upper level of the campus center. So please be sure to come check us out.
So because orientation is a requirement before you guys start campus here, we'd love to stay in touch with you before you join us here this summer. So judging by the overwhelming amount of participants in our poll, we know you guys are on social media and using your cell phones a lot. So we encourage you to hashtag UMB18. That's hashtag UMB18. If you tweeted us, Instagram us, Facebook us, whatever, we'll be sure to respond. We want to keep this conversation going. Also, Carrie Ann and I have heard that selfies are going to be a really big part of the summer at orientation this year. So we'd like to get the ball rolling, if you don't mind. There we go. All right. So that's hashtag UMB18. Remember to join the conversation and stay involved. Once again, we're super excited to have you guys here, and you saw the video, so I want to ask everyone, how y'all feel? How y'all feel? How y'all feel?
Fired up!
I love it. Thank you again, class of 2018, and welcome to the University of Massachusetts Boston family.
Thank you.